Oh, okay.
Mm. Very fancy, yes. So we basically, if you remember, we stopped at around day 7. So we're on day 7. Because we only did, no, we're on day 8. We did the first week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Day 8.
And most of my day was dealing with the major evolution, so let's let Allie do some stuff.
Yeah,
My
Ellie.
hands smell like limes.
They do? Yeah, you were handling them after all.
Yeah,
Good.
Ellie. What's with the limes, huh?
So I've been dead for a few days.
You haven't been
Yup.
dead. You've been dream walking.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, you
Good time.
gotta go around and dream walk. So if you die while you wait, you no longer have to wait and do nothing. You can just do dream stuff. So it's
And
not too bad.
I do believe you put down already to Matt like your 2 weeks worth. You sent him a message for your downtime actions.
Yeah, while she was asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
So I think we've handled the stuff while you were sleeping. So I think that was. I think we're on day 10 with you. So Allie,
Right.
boop, you pop up. You materialize. You're alive again. Scree!
You see Susie beside you,
Gotta move your
meditating.
character over there. Gotta move your character if you're over there.
What?
Oh, he's talking to me. I don't know where my character is. Last place? No.
You might be in the vault.
Thought it was in the vault, but I don't. Oh, I see myself now. Did you die in somewhere specific? Specific? Girl, you died in the dungeon core?
No, I got put in the dungeon core. I died in a little room that Joel
Lord
made.
Goldmaid, yeah.
Oh, you're finally awake.
Yes.
You sleep well? Are you feeling good?
Much better.
Much better. Well, that is good to hear. Roll my coin toss. Just depends on if I'm more of an inner personality or an outer personality.
Ah.
That's what it is.
So we've got
This is day 10, the beginning or the end of day 10.
So we've got 4 more days until we're allowed to go outside the dungeon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. What are you here for?
I've just been keeping you company. Been dreaming, or in my mind palace, just trying to keep myself entertained. Figure out this new this thing called "Do you want to learn about monsters?" So you want to know about monsters. That's what I keep getting, these little pop-ups.
Pop-ups?
Yeah. Like a quest, but it's not like a quest. It's like someone's talking to me.
Okay.
Does that make any sense?
Not really.
Okay, it's fine. So, what do you have on the go?
Not much.
Yeah.
I just came back.
I mean, you got plans now that you're back?
Might do some evolutions.
Might do evolution, so. Well, I am the girl for that, for sure.
Yeah?
Did I tell you about my catalyst quest?
No.
Ah, yes. So I have to make 5 different types of catalysts. They're quite unique. One is a pure catalyst, and I do believe you are a mythical bloodline. I think I saw Mothman in the tome, tome, yeah, tome. Tome was a book, and yeah, I could do that one for you, but it all depends on how fear you want to go. Do you want to be fear? You want to change it up a bit?
I am fear.
Ah, yes. So you are pure. It's true. That would be a good catalyst for you. I think the only other ones we have are our new salamander friend, and the salamander is with the spirit shaman right now. And Phil might be an interesting option for him since he is a dragon after all. It's quite a pure bloodline. Depending on what kind of dragon you are, but he seems to be one of the better kinds.
Well, that's good.
Mm-hmm. So, what kinds of evolution are you thinking about?
Just a minor.
Just the minor? Figured out something cool you can do with minors. If you take it with one of my brewed mana potions, you can turn it into something physical. Your Mercuria can become a crystal. But is what it is.
What would you do with these crystals?
I'm thinking about adding them to some clothing.
For what purpose?
To give the clothing, well, more beauty, I suppose, and to empower it in some way.
These material things do not interest Indrid.
That's fine. I just was telling you what you could do.
Hmm.
Is there anything you're thinking about doing for well, minor? You don't really need any of the high grade stuff, but minors are minor. And have something with it, or you don't have to have.
Yeah, just minor.
Okay. Well, I can watch over you while you do your minor if you'd like. You gonna do one right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have one thought up?
Nope.
Just gonna get some skills, maybe?
Find out.
Gonna find out? Alright. You keeping track of your yeah, it looks like you are right there. So
I am.
Susie, go ahead and make me a perception test.
I can do that.
It's raw perception.
Oh yeah. It's 10. Nice.
Make me a Sinitians.
I do have that. And I have warped sense, so I can do this just pretty much whenever something I can see it pretty much. Ooh, I do pass.
All right. It's interesting.
Yeah.
When you die, and you're put back together with the power of the dungeon, There's still a convalescence of Aether still migrating towards Indra.
Even after, or just like residue?
Even after,
Okay.
it looks like, from what you can maybe tell, she was put back together enough so that she can be alive, but her
Right.
recovery is not done.
Interesting. Do you mind if I look you over, Indrid? It looks like you're not full yet.
I could go for a snack.
You could go for a snack. Yeah. I have something available. It is fear. It's just called fear.
I like fear.
Yes.
Fear's tasty. It very much is. Delicious.
I know you can't taste much, which is a shame because I have so many options for you, but you did this to yourself, so
Susie is so condescending. What's that?
this is her inner personality, so she's allowed to be sassy. Yeah, this should be good. But just a thought, you're not full yet. Like, you're not full as in your Mercuria is, your Aether, all your being is still being made. So I wonder if doing an evolution would be bad or good for you. This might be the time to make more of a change to yourself because you're not complete yet.
Endred's kind of looking around at himself, trying to figure out what Susie is talking about.
Yeah.
You're missing a few feathers, but your fur is less fuzzy. But I mean, you did just blow up, so that stuff burns really well. It'll grow back. Like
a moth to the flame.
Yeah, I heard it was a big flame. It was a big boom.
I gained lots of character.
Did you?
Yeah.
She did, which just further proves her point.
So, Indrid, Lord Gold gave us a task to figure out what she meant by more character. Can you tell us a little about that?
There is a light in the darkness.
Oh?
That only ones who know the darkness can see.
Okay.
You must go into the darkness to find the light. It's beautiful.
I'll take your word for it.
You sure? I can kill you if you want.
No.
Indrid, there is a pop-up. It's this lazy scrawl without the proper, capitalization at the start. It's like almost a text message. Okay. You're not wrong, but you're very not right. Be careful going down this path, because you are not wrong.
How much insanity did you gain for dying?
Oh, that's true. I've had insanity.
No,
I think I might have had.
For dreamers, you will now find out if you die, you get more insanity than others.
Oh, fun.
So you're going to gain a 1d4 plus 5.
Oof. You're just reaching your over 10, no big deal.
1d4 plus 5?
Oh, yeah. Feeling big numbers. Nope.
Yeah.
Good job, Valley Girl.
Thanks.
11 insanity.
That's not the right number.
Yeah, too many, Alley Girl.
Nope, that's also not right. There we go.
You'd be dead if that was the case. I highly suggest making a complex in insanity. It is a good time.
Yeah? You think so?
If you're going to get lots of insanity, that is.
I guess I am. It's looking that way, isn't it?
Well, there was a certain character who did an insanity complex.
It was insane, I must admit.
That was a fun game. I actually might do a renaissance of
Oh, the labyrinth.
forgotten of the labyrinth and the
Mhm.
forgotten floors.
Well, you are welcome to put it in hell because that's where the good old labyrinth is now.
Yep, you saved it.
Oh yeah.
The top floor is very much gone.
Mhm.
But that also means you can just build a new floor.
Yeah.
It could also be the entrance / exit for because hell is in that middle layer.
Yeah. In
And that could
between.
be the exit to reality,
Mhm.
which could be really interesting because the sinners, they want to leave, they got to go through the tower at the bottom, floor 1.
Yeah.
Whereas the system going up, that's how sinners get out. But if somebody wants stuff, they have to go down. So
What are you looking
I
at
don't
me
know.
for, Allie girl?
Huh?
What were you looking at me for? You gonna show me something?
No.
Okay. Just got your merit up, ready to go.
Yeah.
Okay. Here you go. I think
The
I
world
am
may
pretty
never know.
much low on. I got 16 merit. Oh yeah.
I got 88.
Good job, Ellie girl.
If you want to save them, I will give you guys one last dump of XP before the 2 months are up. I'm actually going to build a lore sheet for this game.
Oh, nice. Cool.
So if you want to save, there are going to be some rather expensive options on that sheet.
Mhm.
I'm going to do plus 100 buys
Mhm.
if somebody ever wants to save that high.
Well,
But
Allie's on her way. That's for sure.
Ellie, you always save merit. No, you always accrue just.
Because I'm too lazy to do anything with it.
You always seem to have a bunch, and then we always end up spending the brick that you've built all in one go.
Poor Matt.
That's how it goes. That's how I roll.
Shaves years off my GM life every time you do it. Talk about true fear. It's actually when Allie decides to spend her merit.
Speaking of merit expenditures, Matt, we need to go over the spirit pillar.
Hmm?
Susie hit the spirit pillar
Uh,
a while ago, actually, because I didn't realize you changed it from 100 to 75. So
that is the thing.
yes, and I also have potential, which gives a potency boost to the spirit pillar.
Was it just level 1?
It's just the first one, yeah.
Okay.
How much is it to build a conflux again?
So for you, it would be 5 in each pillar. It's like getting a select in each pillar. So
Okay, so it's 25?
20. Yeah. Spirit, minds, might, swiftness.
I'll have to think about this instant.
Well,
I'm sure I could do something fun.
It's
Tie it back into myself.
it will allow you to keep sane when all else is looking you at the face, and it's just like
What was the other insanity conflicts like?
what was mine like?
Was that you that did it?
Mhm.
Yeah, what was yours like?
So the first one was I get I think it was a D10 plus 1 of insanity extra, like a threshold extra, because normally characters can only have 100 insanity before they go insane, and you can't really control your character anymore. So if you have that extra boost, you get some fun stuff. And then you also, I think, get a power from it as well, like something you can do with that insanity, depending on, and you kind of like use the insanity characteristic as well. And you start to be able to manipulate the numbers that come for example, doubles, tens place, those kind of numbers become more malleable for yourself. For example, I think the fourth purchase or the third, I was able to reroll and consume those things.
Increase insanity threshold by 1d10 plus 3 per rank. You also explode the 10s, the 9s, the 8s, and the 7s.
Yeah, so I got up to 4, pretty much.
Higher insanity dissociation increases between hope and orchestra. Higher insanity unlocks more face stealer powers. For the first disorder, nightmares can make clones with nightmare quality instead of est quality.
Mm-hmm.
These are incorporeal with Fear 1. For the second disorder, loss of senses while playing can make the targets lose their sight or hearing for 1d10 days if they do not pass a willpower test. For the third disorder, OCD, out of tune, while playing can grant the target who hear mental traumas. Roll willpower to resist. So basically, as you gain insanity, you get disorders, you get trauma. But what the insanity conflux does is every time you have a level up in the conflux, you can turn one of your disorders into a physical power you can use against others to share your trauma with them, share your insanity, weaponize it.
Does sound like fun. Sounds like something a Fearbringer should probably have.
And you have your two sides already. You have your dream, especially since a dreamer now, you get more insanity. So
you do need to maintain a specific amount of insanity, though. Because there are ways in this game, like the way Susie has found out, if you do something that is comforting, safe, and relaxing, you can lose insanity because it's, like gardening for Susie.
Yeah.
That's really consoling, and it's in her sanctuary. She knows she's safe in the heart of the dungeon, and that if anything were to happen, she'd know instantly. And there are, Lord Gull is there. Like, she's in a safe place. She's doing something that's soothing. You can lose insanity just by doing soothing things in a safe place. So if you don't maintain a high level of insanity, you actually will lose powers for this conflux. So if you have it like level 4, but you only have like 23 insanity, that means you can only at max have 2 powers. And they're not going to be that strong, because the higher your insanity, the more powerful the disorder gets, and the more powerful the power gets.
Think of it as like one of your characteristics. Insanity would be that characteristic.
Yeah, it'd be its own characteristics.
Yeah. For me, for hope, I was in a place I was getting lots of insanity, so I was gaining it quickly.
No, that would be orchestra, not hope.
Or yeah. So I just meant hope isn't the character. But like being in the dream, for example, I'm sure there would be lots of ways to gain insanity or whatnot. So
just go bother a nightmare. It'll give you plenty.
Yeah.
The real problem will be getting it to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, this sounds like it could be a useful complex for me.
It could. So basically, this is what we call a ride the lightning conflux. It is extremely dangerous for your character to do this, because you have to really be aware of how much insanity you want, because each time you get insanity, you get a disorder, which means you get a debuff on your character permanently until you cure it.
Yeah, or work it into your character that it actually, it's beneficial compared to not.
Right. So Orchestra, who originally had this, their entire concept was they could invert the trauma, which means they were so unhuman and so different from this world. Trauma from going insane was just a tool. It wasn't actually something that would kill them or hurt them or affect them, because they were just... They eventually got to the point where you became a greater face stealer, and that was just like, trauma, what's that? I steal your face instead. It's like, huh.
Yeah, I got my threshold up to like 300 or something.
You currently you had 454 insanity.
I think that was my threshold up. That was like
Yeah,
where I
higher
got it to.
tolerance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Up
you
to.
got it.
Yeah.
Up to. Oh yeah, you had a 454 tolerance.
Yeah.
Let's see
You can
what
see
you had.
the advancement for the amount I had.
112.
Yeah. And there was
Which
a
was
point where I couldn't get insanity or my character was going to die because like I could get an upgrade for something, or I was like, I have to hold off because I'm going to die as a character because I have the possibility of going over my insanity bar.
yes,
That was
it
before I
was.
got it up. Yeah.
Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, you can build it like that, or you can build it another way. You can build it so that if you have an insanity complex, anytime you gain insanity, you gain a pool of madness. It builds you build madness while you gain insanity.
You can give to
And
other people.
madness can be granted to others.
Yeah, like you do with your mask, right?
Right. Like there's many ways to build this. And you every time you level it up, every time you gain 1 insanity, now you get 2 madness, then 3 madness per insanity. And eventually you have a madness pool that's like hundreds. And you can go, did you gain insanity? Here's madness. And you just give him like 100 insanity and the guy goes insane instantly.
Yeah. You can make like a hero party that's going to kill us into like, oh, they have to deal with another hero now that is unhinged. So
yeah, no, he'll start attacking his own allies.
Yeah.
Because he basically sees like bugs crawling out of their face and mouth, and it's just like,
they are demons. We must kill the demons.
Yeah. It really depends. Because the way Orchestra did it was super, super powerful. But it was also very, very dangerous.
Yes.
If you want to do the madness pool thing, you can also lose insanity, but it doesn't drain your madness pool. So if you go meditate and do something soothing to restore sanity,
I feel like soothing for Indrid is like going to scare people.
Yeah, what is soothing for Indrid? I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, doing something. You could also drink potions that reduce insanity.
Oh yeah, I suppose. Yep.
Mm-hmm. But if you do the Ride the Lightning build, losing insanity is actually bad because it nerfs your powers.
It just allows you to be like, YOLO, I'm going to go kill some bitches and then die in the process. And then also get to control my other character that's going to go fuck you guys up.
But it's dangerous. It really depends on how you want to go about it. Because if you want to do an insanity insanity equals powers build, that's really dangerous. You can also do an insanity equals, insanity for others build. You can do it so that you just don't suffer from insanity anymore. Every time you do the clock, or every time you do a complex, if you were to gain insanity, you would gain less, down to 1, and those would be then converted into something else. Like there's a lot of cool stuff we can do.
What is my insanity threshold currently?
100.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Every 30, I do believe, you get a
20 in this game.
Oh, is it 20? Okay.
20 in this game.
Halfway there.
More than halfway.
It's true.
I'll think about it. I am very interested in this, but I want to put some deep thought into it.
Okay.
As you should.
Okay. Back to game. You got that pop-up, and it was like, this is a dark road, and you're kind of right, but also you're a little off. Just a little bit.
All roads are dark for the fear bringer.
You hear "Fear me" in the background.
Who said that?
The mushroom.
I'm gonna go murder it.
It's a little muffled though, because he's like in a hole somewheres.
Well, I can't find it, so I leave it alone.
Yeah, there's no response.
Mushroom is gonna have to build an insanity complex too. We will be
No,
arch
I'm talking
enemies.
about the text in the air. There's no response.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
You do hear somewhere echoing through the dungeon. Fear me. Somewhere.
Out of fear. Don't worry about it. Anyway, Indrid, it's good that you're awake. But yeah, I can watch you while you do one of your minor evolutions. I think it's always nice to have a friend there to watch. It's the way I like to do it, at least.
I don't know. Seems kind of pervy.
If you feel that it's pervy, I'll look away, but I'll still be here to.
No, that's okay. I'm into it.
I see. Oh, Ally girl.
It's like the webtoon that I read called Finding Fiends.
Okay.
There's a poor soul who's doing like Finding Cryptids as his like YouTube show. But he actually meets the cryptids because of his bad luck. He's cursed with extremely bad luck, so he always runs into the cryptids. And his friend that follows him around is Dave, the Mothman. And basically, Dave watches him sleep because he thinks it's exciting.
Just wake up to some beady red eyes.
No, they're huge, like saucer, like
Yeah.
we're talking like teacup saucer, like huge red eyes. And other like there's like a dream dragon that tries to haunt him, and he's sometimes trying to actually kill the Finn, who's the main character. But Dave's like, dude, what are you doing? This is the best part. You're interrupting my watch Finn's sleep episode. And he's like, oh, sorry. I didn't know that you were stalking him. I'll go do something else. Because the creature was going to give him extremely bad dreams. And it's like, dude, I'm already here. Go away. You can find it on Webtoons called Finding Fiends. It's really funny.
I might check it out. It sounds good. Right up my alley.
Right up your alley. You are my alley girl, after all.
It's like, Dave, I thought you were hanging out at the apartment. I was. But now we're out of chicken nuggets and Pop-Tarts. I just bought you a box. They were delicious. Now I'm bored.
Old pillars.
Okay,
right.
yeah, I guess I'm gonna do this evolution.
What are you doing, Allie?
No.
I see. Why?
Could gain more Mercuria for my moths.
It is only one, after all. I feel the most bang for buck is either skills or making an item for yourself. But you're not much of an item wearer anyway, so.
No, different items.
Yeah.
Did you pick?
No, I'm still thinking about
All right. Johnny.
Yes. Would you like to go over?
Did
I
you
got it right
gain
here.
characteristic upgrades.
Yeah, I'm just gonna paste it into my spirits in my
Actually, can I get some influence?
Yeah.
suppose. Got 1 right now, right?
I've got 1 influence.
Well, influence only matters if it's your casting stat.
Yeah.
I just feel like it should be more than 1.
Okay, add 10.
A 10?
That's it. Yeah, just 10.
So what I am interested in is this extra potency, really. See what kind of things utilize. So we're going to increase perception, willpower, fellowship, and influence by 3. Excellent. Earn a fate point and earn a new skill, talent, or ability that utilizes perception, willpower, fellowship, or influence. So
You got to pick
one of them.
between the options for rewards, which one that you want to be the upgraded one.
Okay. Yeah. To be the extra potency. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um.
If you want it to be the characteristics, you'll get more.
Yeah, for sure. It's more bang for buck because you're fitting 4 things compared to just 1. I am interested to see what an extra potency for fate point would be. Might be like a boon or something. Not a boon, bone coin, but
How many downtime actions was on Minor Evolution again?
1.
Yeah, it's not much. You just
But what? Forest thing?
Mm-hmm. Anything but that.
got lots of seer abilities. I could make a new skill or talents that's off of my influence. It's already have a fair amount of it already.
You downtime actions in a day again?
There are 8. 2 are usually for sleeping. So a downtime is 3 hours, pretty much.
All right, you gotta tell me what you want. You
Yep.
want to do?
I am
fate,
getting a new.
skill, talent, or ability, or do you want to enhance your fate point or boon?
I think I'm going to go for an ability that utilizes influence.
Okay.
Do that or fellowship. I got to decide right now. 3, 2.
You don't need to
1.
decide right this very second, because
Yeah. It's pretty important. I only get to do this once. Besides getting other pillars, but it's going to take a while before I can do that anyway.
well, it's going to be a long time for
Yeah.
you to get another fate point. Let's say you got to do another 125.
Yep. So I'm going to because I am curious. I want to know what the fate point is when I add extra potency to it. And I'm going to make an ability that utilizes influence as its core stat. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I am curious. And we put potential
Okay, so you want influence as your core stat?
for the ability for correct the third
Mhm.
one there, but I'm putting the
Okay.
extra potency into my fate point.
Okay.
But from potential.
So the ability,
Mhm.
pretty straightforward. Um, oh gosh, how to phrase this so that it mechanically is logical. since it is tied to your ability of fate and destiny.
Mhm.
If you were to perform an action that would go catastrophically wrong,
Okay.
you will get a premonition. Catastrophically wrong would be like death, or the cause death to someone precious to you,
Right.
or like we're talking something that would actually proc adamantine pathfinder,
Okay.
type of catastrophic.
So is it like a Sixth Sense kind of deal? Like before
No,
it
you will
happens?
literally get a vision. It's a premonition.
Okay. Okay.
That's all your elements coming together.
So is it more like when I describe the action I want to do, but then you're like, hold on, John, you get a vision, and it's like all kinds of
It
bad
literally
things.
shows you doing what you're about to do, and the
And you're like,
catastrophe.
oh, okay, I'm not going to do that now. Thanks, mind. I appreciate that.
Yep.
Okay, all right. So we shall call it fate intervention.
We'll call it. Let's not do that.
Let's not do that. Got you.
For your fate point, there will be a pop-up. It'll say, "Would you like?" Pick between two options.
Okay.
The first one is take the standard enhanced reward.
Okay.
2, bonus round.
Okay. She'll ponder on that. She'll pick bonus round.
Okay. You will receive a red pop-up.
Okay.
You have been challenged. Since you've picked this, that means you have forfeited by your own right the standard bonus enhanced.
That would come from that. Okay. All
That
right.
this, upon accepting and after reading the challenge, you will be given a greatly enhanced power. If you fail, you forfeit the bonus that you would have gained at all. You can still choose to decline this challenge,
But I don't get my fate point.
but you do not get the bonus if you do so.
That's completely
There
fine.
can be significant permanent harm if you fail the challenge spectacularly.
Okay.
You are not safe in this challenge.
I don't expect them. So I'm not safe, but you said I won't die if I fail? Okay. Yeah.
But it doesn't say death. It just says significant permanent harm will
Okay.
be done to your character.
Okay.
Cool.
Cool.
Upon accepting this challenge, you will be immediately translocated to the challenge site.
Nice. All right.
The challenge should take no more than one standard clock turn, which is one downtime action.
Okay.
So 3 hours.
Okay. I accept.
Bloop, and you were teleported away.
Right.
You will find yourself among floating objects in a space that does not have any boundaries that are visible. Just floats on and on and on. It looks like you're on some sort of asteroid field, and there is a series of floating, beautiful little orbs, no bigger than a softball, some a little bit larger, some smaller. And they look like little moons, full moons, as they emit light in this place that has none.
Okay.
Kind of on a little asteroid belt, a little cluster. Some are far, something you'd have to jump for. Some are too far to jump. Some you can just kind of hop between. Your immediate senses say there's no danger that you can tell, but
Okay. I'm going to reach out through my Fen network and see if I still have my bonds.
they're there, but they go into the nether, and there is no connection.
There's no connection, so I can't get powers from them. This is all on me. Okay. All right.
You will have full fate points for this.
Of course. So can I tell if this is moonlight that's being affected by these full
It is.
moon-like looking things? Okay.
All these
Cool.
moons emit the moon element.
All right.
The challenge pops up.
Okay.
Collect the moons.
Okay.
Simple as that. Collect the moons, beware the hunter.
Okay.
There are 2 rewards you can gain from this. 1, a mysterious enhanced prize. It's got 4 question marks,
Oh, nice.
which is, that's the big cheese.
Mhm.
Get a big prize. The perfect clear is Lunar Bow of Endirondale.
Okay, so it's a weapon. Excellent.
And that's the big cheese prize.
Yeah.
It is a stigma.
Ah, nice. From Dirndale. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I see my options, and I have ways. I do believe. So can I gauge the distance between these 2 things? Between like the first moon and myself?
It's a little tough, but yeah, one's kind of right there.
Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take my thread and I'm going to start making a long, a long rope for myself, sense. And I'm going to tie it to my chef's knife I have. And my chef's knife, because of my conflux for the job cook, I can control pretty much telepathically my knife within 10 meters.
Yes.
So I'm going to pretty much stab the knife into the moon and make a little bridge for myself. So I'm pretty much going to throw it, in a sense, or move it telepathically.
Premonition kicks in.
Okay.
If you deal harm to these moons, you will be cursed by Endirondale.
Of course. All right, so stabbing is a bad idea. Excellent.
In fact, the curse, you will never feel the moon's light ever again.
Of course.
You will forever be in the darkness of the moon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fair.
You will also automatically fail your
yeah, I know, right?
your super quest.
My super quest, exactly. Okay.
Premonition already coming in handy.
Excellent. She's a little sad about that. It's like, aw. But okay, that didn't happen, so I don't have to worry about it. Another life, perhaps.
I mean, if you were to be the ultimate darkness element creature, that would be perfect. Never see the light of the moon again.
Yeah, exactly. Grim would be having a heyday. But okay, so I'm not going to stab into the moon. But I will use the same technique I think I have here. So what I'll do, instead of stabbing into it and grabbing it, I think I'm going to use my knife to kind of wrap the moon instead of stabbing into it with my thread.
Okay.
Like a ball of yarn. And then I will connect the thread to the asteroid. And I will then crawl on the... So I'm going to give a fair amount of length to it as well. Can I kind of see where the farthest one is, or do I even notice? Because what I'm thinking here is that I'm
the
going
farthest
to.
light is all the way down at the end of the belt.
Okay.
So they kind of sit around the asteroid belt, which is kind of this little curve that you hop between.
Okay.
They're always within no more than 30 meters. Up, down.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to crawl onto... no, I'm going to bring the other moon back that I have wrapped around, and I'm going to make some longer thread, and I'm going to... All right. I am going to, since my web is sticky, I'm going to see if I can start using this thread I have as like a, what's the word? I'm going to throw the other moon out to try and catch one of the other moons from the sticky web. And I don't know, maybe the moon dust will just not attach to it, but if I can get the if I can get the stick to it, that would be interesting.
Whatever happened to the one with your knife?
Yeah, I brought it in close.
Okay,
so I wrapped it around.
The knife out, you wrapped it around, and you pulled it in.
Yeah, and then I'm like, what can I do with this sticky web? And I'm like, what if I use this moon to try and stick the other moon?
Okay. The moon will enter an orbit around you, lighting, creating a bright light.
Okay.
Or it's shining its light on you and around you.
So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to crawl on my web to the moon that's currently orbiting, the smaller moon, and I'm going to try and catch more.
The moon follows you in proximity, but it won't support your weight. It'll start to sink.
It will start to sink. All right, so it won't.
Also, it's really small to jump up on. It's you trying to balance on top of a softball.
Okay. Well, what if I tried to make the moons bigger by incorporating multiple moons into one? So pretty much, I have the first one, I have it going. I'm going to try and do the same thing to another one, and then bring it close to the other moon, and then continue to do that until I have a bigger moon that I can step on. And then I have a way to reach out compared to not having the same 10-meter reach kind of deal.
We've got 10 of these little moons that you can see. When you bring the second one in, it combines with the first one, and it gets brighter. And then you feel something stir.
Yes, as in the
dark.
The hunter is noticing.
Yes. That moon is a lot brighter now.
Right.
A little too bright in the dark space. Spotlighting you.
Okay. So... But I need 10 to kind of have my weight, right? That's what I'm hearing?
Looks like there's about 10 moons, you think?
Okay.
The mission says you need to collect about 10 moons. You see about 10 moons. So, yeah, 2 out of 10.
I got 2 out of 10. All right. So, instead of having them close, I'm going to spread the other moon out with thread. So it's like a longer reach instead of a cluster.
You got 1 moon.
Right, I got
2
1
moons
moon.
came 1.
It actually became 1 moon. Okay.
Yeah, once you collect another moon, they automatically combine to make a bigger, brighter moon.
Okay. All right. I didn't realize that. Okay. So on this bigger moon, am I able to stand, or am I still kind of small to? Am I too big for the moon?
The basketball size now.
But basketball size? All right.
A little difficult. Require an acrobatics. You're not sure if it would hold you.
Yeah, I'm mostly just trying to keep on my web, I guess. Maybe more that compared to the other moon.
There are the asteroids. Rocks.
Yeah, the asteroids, yes. And I, All right. So I'm going to make a lifeline for myself and jump out to one of the asteroids. It's like, how an astronaut has a line that connects him to the spaceship. I'm going to do that by kind of making a bridge for myself.
All right. Make me athletics or acrobatics.
Okay, so I still need to do that. All right. Let's see what I can. There it goes. Excellent.
You jump. But interestingly enough, there's not normal gravity. You kind of jump and you go whee, and you kind of moon hop.
Okay. So I have more to work with compared to what I was thinking. Can't go by the same.
You actually overshoot your original and land on another one behind it.
Okay. Sounds good. I'm going to then, with the same thread that I have, I'm going to run and jump on another asteroid again.
Running's hard.
Yeah, a little bit. Okay.
You just can't get the speed as quickly because there's just not that really potent gravity.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean you can't get extra distance.
Yeah, it doesn't mean I can't hop using all my legs to just like push myself off. Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm. Also, you have a really good chance of if you land, because some of the rocks are spinning.
Right.
With all your legs.
Right.
Well, with all your legs and your thread, you can easily, or more assuredly, not go spinning into the dark.
Yeah.
Don't want that.
But I can use centrifugal force. I can use the thread I'm connected to kind of have the same distance to where I'm trying to get to.
Sure.
And so yeah, I'm going to try and grab one of the other moons and then tie it off, wrap it around, but not bring it in yet. I don't want to. If I keep bringing them in, I'm going to alert the hunter faster. So okay. I'll have them claimed but not claimed, kind of off to the side, ready to bring in. Yeah, I've connected them with my thread.
Okay.
Making a network.
Okay, so you wrap it around, get enough thread, cut it, tie it to the next, or tie it to yourself, or the next thread.
The next thread. And then off that one, build another thread to the next one.
Okay. That's a lot of thread. What's your thread limit right now?
I have a fair amount. Let's see here. So one, I have the Blessing of Goal, which gives me a deploy at ×2 speed. In my what am I looking for? I'm looking for evolutions. Some stuff as well.
Also, these moons are emitting a white color, which you do not like.
It's true. It is true.
If I remember correctly, you have a stigma around that, or the trauma.
Pretty much it is a trauma for sure. What I'll do
is for the thing behind it?
So you didn't give one, so you can give one right now. What I'm going to do in the meantime is I'm going to make some I'm going to make some moon glasses for myself. I'm going to pretty much put a different color thread, like red or something, and kind of make like some sunglasses. So the light that I'm looking at is a different color. Light.
Okay.
Let's go back to thread stuff. So I have the Threadland Armored Multi-Thread. I have a 20% boost to thread. That was one of the enhancements from one of my major evolutions.
Mm-hmm. We just need to know what your core thread amount is.
I don't think we have one, is my thought here.
I think we had about 100 meters worth of thread, and then any more than that, it's difficult. So you're at 120 meters of thread.
Okay.
You can forcibly produce more, but it's
Gonna cost me.
It's gonna cost you fatigue, and not a small amount.
Okay.
It'll start reasonable, but the more you try and force more thread, it'll ramp up really quickly. You can mitigate it by, of course, the fatigue potion.
Yes.
But you cannot drink more than one of those within a specific period of time. Otherwise, it's not good for your body.
So, how far am I to the last moon, do I think? Like, how many meters? If I know how far I got halfway through, maybe that would be a good indicator to know.
Can't really tell.
Can't really tell? Okay.
The moon's... there's no way marker. You also don't know, because the moons vary in size a little bit. So you don't know if the moon down there is actually really big.
Right.
Because they all look exactly the same size until you get close. So that moon could be enormous, and that could be a mile that you have to travel. Or to the end, you're not sure.
Yeah.
So... not a bad plan, but we'll have you roll me an awareness, though.
Alrighty.
The asteroids that you already hopped from, there's a darkness that starts to encroach from where you started. It's like a dark side of the moon is falling over these rocks.
Okay.
Slow. It's slow.
But it's hard to go back the way I came, is what I'm hearing. Might be. I don't have a time limit, maybe, if it's slow.
Yeah. It'll probably reach you in about 10 minutes.
Okay.
You think. Yeah.
Alright. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue this plan I have, but there's something missing. Instead of going to each individual one around, how many do I have so far? Is my question.
The moon?
Of the moons, the smaller moons.
You
I know I have 2 for the big one.
You've just started to collect your first one because you need to tell me you're moving forward.
Okay.
So you have the third one wrapped up, and you're moving string. Now you're moving the fourth one.
Okay.
That one's a little difficult because it's underneath the rocks, pretty far down.
But nothing's saying I can't move around the rocks, correct?
No.
Okay.
It's a little bit of a harrowing experience, but the gravity seems to be located at the center of each of the rocks, so that you can walk upside down and be upside down on it.
Right.
But it's a little counterintuitive. All your senses are like, we're going to fall, we're not falling. Wow. Yeah.
Okay.
A little crazy.
Yeah. I have an idea, and I think this might save me a little bit of time for like shooting my web too far than what I have. I'm going to do the same technique I had with the chef's knife. In my case, I'm going to wrap some thread around it like I had already, and give myself a little bit of room. But I'm going to use it as like a grappling hook for the knife into the asteroids, not the moons.
Okay.
And I'm going to walk around, place it into the asteroid, push myself out to grab the moon, and bring it with me for the fourth one.
Okay. You gonna swing yourself out to get it?
Yeah.
Alright, you collect it. Third moon joins the other ones. Now the moon following you is bigger. Something is definitely awake now.
Mm-hmm. So, just for clarification, I have not added I've added the third moon and the fourth moon together, but I haven't added the first and the second moon together, because the first and second are still tied off, or closer to the main...
The first and second are the ones you picked up because you didn't know anything about them.
Right.
The third one you have tied. The fourth one you swung out to get.
Right.
So if you touch one or reel it in a specific distance, it then joins the other ones you've already collected.
Okay.
The third one's just trailing along because you're keeping it farther than 10 meters away.
Okay. Okay. Brighter. That's fine. Okay. Something's awake. I need to hurry.
The blackness starts to move faster.
Oh, from the asteroids? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I am, I need to figure out how to keep this blackness at bay.
There's a hunger for that light.
Yeah, for sure. But I don't stop moving, so I'm going to continue along the asteroids using my my chef's knife grapple to swing my way along like Spider-Man, and get closer to the next parts.
Moon number 5's up ahead.
Moon number 5.
Mambo number 5.
Okay, Mumbo. We're gonna grab this this light. This moon. Is it harder to get this time, or is it is it further away? What am I looking at here?
No, this one, it's really small, and it's got a little bit of a spin to it, so it's a little difficult to grab, but it's not. Nothing here is too difficult.
Okay.
Now that you look at it. Yeah. Not too difficult at first glance. Not at all, you think.
So I will go out to grab it, and I will attach it
Requires a
to
sleight of hand.
sleight of hand, eh?
Well, to grab it, but if because it's moving pretty quick and a little bit erratically.
Okay.
Yeah, you grab it, and you had to snatch it really quick. Are you using it? Are you using the just grab it with your hands or your thread and pull it in, or are you trying to keep it at distance?
I'm going to add it to. I am going to push it towards. I'm not going to grab it per se and add it to my collection. I'm going to push it towards the main moon. Like I'm going to throw it pretty much towards the main moon. I think that's what I want. No, actually, I will. I'll add it to my collection.
Okay.
I will add it to the one that is currently being tied farther back,
Okay.
and that gets brighter, I assume.
They don't until when you start moving again. They start to lag behind, and then they get closer. And when they're within 10 meters of each other, they then combine into a slightly larger moon.
Okay.
So you gotta keep every moon 10 meters apart if
Otherwise,
you want them to
not
they combine.
Yeah. Okay.
So you got a moon of size 3, a moon of size 2.
Okay. So I have 5 total. 5 out of 10, I do believe.
Mm-hmm. The darkness gets a little faster.
Of course it does.
But that hunger doesn't grow.
Right. To okay. Going to continue this process. Going. I'm gonna go like in more of a circular pattern for the moons instead of using up all my my asteroids at the same time. So I don't want to go on the same asteroid. I don't want to go on the same. Yeah, I don't want to hit the same thing at the same time. I want to. After I use something, I will continue to work my way around, and kind of pick and choose which
it's a
asteroids.
Pretty linear path.
Yeah. Okay.
Pretty linear path forward. Of rocks. That kind of some are starting to spin pretty fast.
Mm-hmm.
The path forward has become much more treacherous.
Which
moons
way?
Well, your asteroids are starting to shift and move around. Some are spinning. Some are deceptively far apart or deceptively a little too close.
Okay. Okay. I will use the movement of the asteroids to my advantage when I'm swinging. So if one's moving in a certain direction fast, I will I will throw my knife out to grab, and then I will have it using the movement of the asteroids to swing myself further away, faster.
Okay. For that, we just need a logic test for timing.
Okay, that's what I want here.
Because if you mistime it, well, the physics behind it's not going to be
it's not going to
kind to you.
No, not at all.
All right. Yeah, you get it. That's not so bad.
Gotta think with your head sometimes, that's all.
Okay. Yeah, you slingshot your way quite a bit of a distance. You find yourself near number 6. There's a couple asteroids in rotation around it. It kind of forms a little bit of a shield of debris, with a couple slightly large ones moving at quite a bit of a clip. If you were to reach in there and get hit by one of those bigger rocks, you'd be bludgeoned pretty badly.
I'm feeling some Destiny 2 logic right here, where like we're going into one of those little areas and just the asteroids are flying by, kind of deal. Don't get hit, otherwise you get squashed.
Not these. Well, this ones will break your bones and
Of course,
bludgeon
I'm
you
only a
badly,
spider.
but it won't. Yeah, but they're not that big, and they're not that they're not moving that fast.
Okay.
But the tone of the place after 5 has changed drastically.
Okay. In which tone, as in just the darkness encroaching?
The darkness is getting faster, and the rocks and the atmosphere of this place is becoming much more of a hostile environment.
Right.
A misstep will send you spiraling into space.
Which I don't
But
want.
if you're not aware of your surroundings, you will suffer from the cruel, cold, and unflinching causality of these asteroids,
Okay.
these cosmic objects. So, you also see that darkness. It's a little bit faster, but it also gives you a little bit of insight. Those asteroids are being eaten.
Yes. It's weird that they're being eaten as I touch them.
No. The darkness
is
that's
eating up.
following you behind it are being eaten.
Okay. Are they the ones that I touch physically, or the ones that just?
It doesn't matter if you touched it or not.
Okay,
the darkness
Gotcha.
eating every rock in its path.
Right. So what I'm hearing is I need to, don't stop. I gotta keep going. But the nice thing is that I have all these moon abilities of, like, I think I have one that gives me an extra half action and one that gives me more movement, I think. I think it's just an extra half action.
That's still more movement.
Still more movement, you're right. Yeah, we'll just continue on because the moon's shining upon me. So I just need to be more careful in planning in my path, and these ones that are in front of me,
How do you get the moon in the little protective orbit? Because it has all these rocks spinning around it clockwise.
Yeah. I'm thinking of like going in an arc compared to going straight, like using like if I push myself off going in one direction, not having the I guess what I should ask, are the asteroids that are going, are they clustered together in like one straight path, or are they all over the place, or trying to just give me a little bit more on the asteroids.
It makes a protective shield that has little bits and gaps that you can try and reach in there and get it. But eventually,
I have all these things, like I have my moons that are attached, and they can get caught up, is what you're saying. Okay.
They could. Basically, there's windows in which you can grab in there. If you time it really badly, you get hit by one of the big rocks. If you mistime it, you get hit by the other smaller rocks.
Right.
Which are extremely painful, but they're not like, massive bludgeoning.
Okay.
That's the hardest moon to get so far. and it's not even moving.
What? Okay, what I'll do, you know the one that's 2 moons? I'm going to use that as my way to collect the other moon. Because I know once there's a 10-meter distance, it will come to the other ones and make one big one. So I'll push it out when I have the gap, and then get it close, bring it back.
All right, it sucks it right out.
All right.
Very clever.
Yo.
Yeah, you pull it right out. You don't need to reach in. It goes zip, and all of those rocks, they continue to spin.
Yeah, and we're gonna push off and try to go to the next one.
All right. You do see those huge asteroids, the Destiny 2 asteroid type of rocks that fly by. They now cut and bisect some parts of the path forward.
What I need to do with these ones is it's about timing for this. I need to kind of get an idea of how fast they're going and when they go, and then I'm gonna wait like maybe however much time I have. If it's a minute, it's a minute. And once I have that in my head, I'm going to make my move and go for the next one.
Okay. The 7th one, there is a rock that makes the window very complicated, and you do not have a lot of time to watch and study.
Okay.
So I'll have you roll a awareness test to kind of get the timing, because there are 3 rocks you gotta dodge. One's really fast.
3 for 3.
Oh wow, good for you. Yeah, there's one that moves really fast, but it doesn't come very often. The other 2 have kind of meandering entry vector, but with the different timings, it's either you don't see all 3 of them at the same time, or they're always in each other's way. Like one of them's gonna hit you. But I'll just have you roll a luck test to see.
May the moon shine upon you.
15. All right. You don't have to wait another cycle. You can go now.
Sorry, that was not the right key. And I don't get my fate point back because I used May the Moon Shine Upon You for that.
Yeah. You don't have to wait, as I said, for the next rotation for that gap. You can go now and get that moon.
All right, we'll go now.
Okay, so you have 2 moons of size 3, a moon of size 1.
Okay.
How are you grabbing the 7th moon?
I was actually going to get close to it and grab it on physically.
Okay, that'll make it join the size 3 moon that you originally had. So now it's a size 4.
Okay.
So you have a size 4 and a size 3. The hunger gets bigger.
Yeah, I figure as much.
It is not too great, but it is a purposeful hunger. It is a fully awakened hunger. The destruction of the asteroids behind you is not so quiet and silent anymore. There is
crunches, I assume,
cracking, and it's like rocks being ripped and torn. There is now a debris field. If it gets close, it's no longer safe to ride the line. Within 3 meters of that black line eating the asteroids, you will be bombarded with shrapnel.
Right, and I do not want that. Okay.
That would really hurt.
Okay, on to the 8th one, I believe.
So now you got to play a little bit of a logic game. You actually have there's no more predictable pathing. You actually get rocks that zip by, these big old slates from Destiny 2 style, that almost scrape the tops of the asteroids as they zip by, and they're so large, and they come out with no sound. It's just like, a rock in space. So your awareness has to be really, really on par so that you're on the other side of the asteroid as it comes by, because there's no ducking.
Right.
You got to be on the opposite side.
I have to use my heightened senses here to get to where I need to go. And
You'll be rolling awareness tests moving forward. Yeah, this is pretty difficult.
Right.
Okay.
Here is the first awareness test. 86. I will use keen intuition.
Okay. Even more difficult.
And I will use I'm gonna have to use a fate point because I can't get a nat 100 on this. It's not fair. So I'm gonna use lucky and roll lower than a 80. 61 is not enough.
You could burn for another roll.
Can I use merit to increase my awareness?
You're in an event, no.
Okay. I will have to burn then.
Okay.
I think burning will pass that either way, so let's how does lucky work with burning, Matt?
Gives you another plus 10.
So I'm just going to slash our 1d100, and a 43 is a pass on the dot with 3 degrees of success, I do believe.
This one was a near and dear. You had to do a double take, and then you're like, oh, there's a rock. And then you have to duck out of the way very quickly.
Yeah.
Okay. 2 more awareness tests to make it where you need to go.
Okay. First one. Tuition. Okay, pass that one. Don't need to burn, don't need this fate point. And the next one after that. Oh, yes, don't even have to do anything.
Alright. Find yourself at the 8th moon.
Okay. I am going to
It's a jump.
Yep.
There's a big gap. There doesn't seem to be any moving rocks, but it's just this 50-meter jump, and it's right in the middle. It's not even nicely put in an arc.
So, Matt, I just got an idea. I don't know why I haven't been doing it before. I am going to use my my knife grappling hook to pull me along, because I have control within 10 meters of my with any chef's object. So instead of clocking it into something to throw myself around, I'm just going to have the knife be my propulsion.
It's not as fast as doing the grappling.
It's true, but at least it allows me to, when I jump myself off, I have a way to control myself when I don't have any nothing to catch on to.
Okay.
And if I can, I'm going to try and keep this one at bay. Or you know what? I'm going to add it to the other 4th one. I'm going to add it to the 3 I have. So I'll use that one to throw it out and grab the one that's. So I'll make it 4 and 4 this time.
Okay. You zip across. I need you to roll 2 luck.
Okay. May the moon shine upon you for both. Here's the first one. Here's the second one. They're not good lucks. And I will reduce my fate points down to that.
The 59, you get a dodge. A rock comes out. There's probably a trigger. The moment you go for the moon or try across the gap, a rock will be sent.
Alright, so I'm going to dodge.
Mm-hmm.
11.
Very nice. This one, the 85, you did have the moon
Made
trying to
shine
find you.
upon you. Yeah. So, it
So
wasn't
you'll get a
complete shit.
dodge at
Yep.
a minus 40.
Dodge at a minus 40. Alrighty, I'm gonna need a single digit, I believe. Let's hope for the best. Okay. I will use lucky to roll lower than a 48. Okay. I do not get the fate point back, but I'm still rolling lower than a 48. 39 is better than a fuck.
Okay.
Just
you
give me a sec. I'm gonna have to burn because I can't get hit.
Borrow a fate point?
Yeah, because I trying to get a. Because if I accept this, I'm rolling a nat 100, pretty much.
remember, you can't die. You're getting hit.
It's true, I'm getting hit.
Man, it will be a nasty hit.
Yep.
So.
Okay, I'll take this. I'll take the hit, and I will take wounds, I'm sure.
Yep. Also take a toughness test for me.
Okay.
Okay.
Bad toughness.
You are stunned.
Okay.
So go ahead and gain 10 fatigue.
10 fatigue. Oh boy.
Mm-hmm. You will also take 3d10 plus 12 damage. If it does kill you, it doesn't. It just puts you at 1, because you can't die here.
I'm gonna have to burn for the dodge, because that's just. You see that 666, Matt? That's just how it goes.
We have already passed that point. You needed to decide earlier before we made these other rolls. We already rolled the toughness. We already rolled the damage. Like, you needed to decide before we moved on. You said you'd take the damage. You're not going to be able to go back and retroactively after you see the effects of your choice.
I just figured since they were all within the same turn.
Nope. Once you decide not to burn, we're moving on. So you gotta, if you're gonna roll your fate point and you want to burn, you gotta say, "I want to burn now." All right.
So you're saying I will go to one wound, and I will. The event will be over pretty much.
Oh no, not yet. You've done it right so far.
Okay.
So you're gonna be spinning in space. You've got the 2 moons of 4. This gives the darkness a good chance to catch up.
For sure.
Because I need you to roll me a toughness to wake up.
Okay. Let's talk about the fatigue, because I am double over my threshold for it.
Double over.
Yeah. So I'm currently 10 out of 5 for my.
You've really not looked into those stats.
Nope.
You will not die from it.
I don't die from it. No, you don't. You don't. It's 3 over the threshold before you die.
Okay.
So right now I'm currently unconscious.
Yes. So I'm gonna have you roll a willpower test, and yes, you can use potions. And I know that you were given some emergency fatigue potions.
Yeah, which is why I was hoping to use that for this. Here's my willpower.
And roll me toughness.
And here's the toughness.
Okay. Darkness gets 1 step. So the darkness is 12 steps away from you.
Okay.
So now it's 11.
Okay.
Go again. This is just, we're gonna find out how long it takes for you to wake up.
That's what I'm understanding. Toughness, 18.
Okay.
Willpower, 79. Okay.
Just need the willpower from here. Tough. Now it's
10, right?
10.
Okay. Here's the willpower.
Do you have regen?
I have regen when I'm in the menagerie, but I don't believe I'm in the menagerie anymore. So.
Did you have regen while you're in the moon's light?
I don't think so. Let me double check here.
You got quite a few cool effects. I don't remember if you got it or not, but I know that while under the moon's light, it's pretty good for you.
Double checking. I don't think I do. I'm gonna say no, Matt. Say no.
Okay.
I do have some interesting things I can do with it, sure. But I don't think. I got fungi has regen 1. I don't have myself. And fungi.
Well, wait. Your fungi has regen 1?
Yeah.
As in, like your your.
So yeah, so I have improvement of synergy of your element types, fungi, and then it says fungi have regen 1, easier to grow, and almost molts, and also molts are extremely good fertilizer. Is what I have.
That means you got regen 1.
Okay.
Because you're fungi element.
Yeah.
So
I do.
You're starting to gain health back here.
That's pretty good.
Because we're on 8 steps away.
Yep.
So that means you've gained 4 HP. You're at 5. Okay.
All right, and we're gonna try that willpower one more time. Oh man, I'm so close.
7.
Yep. 6. 5.
4.
4. Okay.
You wake up. You realize all that space, all that distance you got, it's gone. And you're spinning, tumbling in space. Your knife is not connected to your thread. The thread has been severed. So it's around here somewhere. It's definitely outside of the 10-meter radius.
Okay.
It felt like that one time that Phil ran by really quick and wasn't paying attention because he was being a goober and just clipped you. This was as if he actually fucking shoulder checked you, because that's basically you got hit by a Phil train, almost.
Okay.
That's the equivalent. That rock, smacked the crap out of you.
I am going to take out my butcher's knife and wrap it around my thread.
Okay.
And what I'm gonna do is as long as there is a shiver or a little sliver of moonlight, I can create a 4x4 space of moonlight, pretty much light up as it's called my spotlight ability. So I'm going to use my spotlight to try and push it on the darkness.
You hear that hunger rumble. It wants to eat that too.
Okay. Okay, that didn't work like I wanted it to. That's fine. I was hoping I could lead it out in a different direction, but I don't think that's going to work.
There's one way for it to go.
Yeah, this way. Where the big hunger is. Okay. I need to spin myself. Is what I need to do. I'm just trying to think of ways to gather speed to go back to where I was before.
You have a knife attached to your thread. Just make
Yes.
it go.
Yeah, I was gonna make it go anyway. I was just trying to think of ways I could make it go faster to get to my destination. So I need to grab that last one. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna make it go towards the other moon because I can see it in the distance still, right?
Mm.
Okay.
All right. You got number 8. Have you roll awareness to find your knife?
Sure. Yes. And my 8 is attached to my 3, so it's a 4.
Yeah,
right?
2 4s now.
Yep. And yes. No, I do not see my knife.
You can roll once more since you have the extra half action.
Sure. If it means anything, if I can't find my knife, that's okay. Because the way it's one of my legendary knives, one of my legendary tools, that it will eventually work its way back to me if I don't find it here.
It may take the entirety of the game to make its way back to you.
Ah, good to know. So let's do keen intuition then for that awareness for the first one. Perhaps I don't even have to use my extra half action. I'll use it
a
for
glimpse.
movement. Okay.
It's gonna spin off into the darkness, but you can get there in time. We'll allow the darkness to get
to encroach. Okay.
Closer because it's not forward; it's drifting
That's
off
fine.
to the side.
I just want to get it within 10 meters, and then I'll grab it and then bring it to a dimensional storage space or whatever. So I don't have time to retie it.
Okay. You don't need to retie it. You can literally just control it.
yeah. No, for sure.
All right. You're moving along.
Okay.
Roll me one more luck, because you were spinning in the middle of the 50-meter gap.
May the moon shine upon you. That was close. I do
that
get my fate
dodge.
point back.
Dodge
back.
test.
Okay.
Basic dodge.
Yeah, basic dodge, no negatives. Feels good. Nice.
That was close.
That was close.
All right. There are 2 moons ahead.
2 moons, eh?
Oh, there's 2 left.
Yeah. Oh, like
All
one's close and then one's farther away, is what I'm hearing, right?
Yeah. So
Okay.
the rocks ahead, they're starting to rumble and crack.
Okay.
Treacherous footing now. There is no certainty of the solidity or the solidity of the objects you're about to traverse. Now you can just fly there,
Right.
but the darkness at its current speed matches pace. With
I'm going
you just
to
floating.
use the rocks, even if it is treacherous terrain, because I can get more jump,
Speed.
which means more force. I can't gain more force from my knife. I can after
They're not
I get
exploding
the
and
force. They're just hard.
They're
to
just
work
breaking
through.
apart.
Yeah. Because once I get the force, I can continue with my knife to go into my direction,
Okay.
but I just need that.
I will require
Mhm.
an acrobatics test to really get some speed going and control it.
96 is I'm not controlling it. That's just how it goes.
When you launch your knife out and you yank it, it lands in a rock that's breaking apart, and the knife. You don't gain any speed, even though you're moving forward.
Yep. And I'm guessing the darkness encroaches.
No, it's keeping pace because you're still moving with this, with your speed, being tugged by your the alley leaf.
Yeah. I'm guessing she's gonna go watch Netflix while we.
No, I just need on the couch.
Not on the couch. Okay, she's gonna go to the bed and join us there in a bit.
Oh, the bed, you say?
Yes, it's just more comfortable than the couch right now. I think she's going to join back in.
Okay. Because we're almost done. We got only a couple minutes.
Yeah.
So, the moon here. You're getting closer, but you don't have any extra speed. You can try again.
Okay.
All right.
Okay,
You're
much
picking
better.
up speed. The darkness falls back. Okay. So the what you're looking at, this moon number 9. Still a lot of flying rocks around. But this one actually starts to flow into the darkness, just as if there's a gravity well pulling it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a little spinning spiral of darkness, and it's floating towards that spiral.
Okay.
And you can even feel the tug from that spiral.
First thing I'm going to try is I'm going to use my... I can hear myself twice now. Wait, is Allie? Maybe that's Allie. Sec. I'm going to try using my spotlight ability on the moon itself.
Which does which?
So let me copy paste what the ability does. That one. So moonlighting is my natural influence I have, and does this. 4.4 square of moonlight in a place of your choosing where you can see at night. As long as there is a single sliver of moonlight that can happen anyone that you believe fake outside. So pretty much what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to see if giving the moonlight is like having a moon that's close. If not, that's completely fine. What I'll try to do after that is I will what I'm kind of hearing is like it's like a black hole, and the darkness is kind of like making the moon go towards it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's just a bigger mass that's kind of So moonlighting isn't going to work because I don't think it just mechanically it probably doesn't work that way. I was just trying to see if it would attract it in a sense. But I know that the darkness.
The moon is still shining its own light.
No, that's fine. I'm going to try and do that 4x4 space on the darkness. So I'm going to try and shine away the darkness with the moonlight.
Okay. You will have a singular moment in which the darkness is going to eat up that 4x4 space and is not pulling anything else.
Okay, I can work with that. And I will make a very hefty jump towards the moon.
Okay.
And I'm going to make more threading with my knife, and I'm going to swing myself so I can grab the moon with one of the other 4x4 moons.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm going to increase the length I have, which from my knife, which is directing me, and actually no, that doesn't work because then it would just fall. Other way around. I'm going to keep my knife the same, I'm going to increase the length of one of the other moons I have, so I can push it farther away to grab that moon.
Okay.
That makes
Cool.
sense.
So one moon is now 5.
The one moon's now 5, which means the hunger increases, and it's going to make this last one even harder, I imagine.
No doubt.
No doubt.
All right. It's sped up.
Of course.
So if you want to increase any speed at all, you need to pass a -10 acrobatics.
Okay. Let's do it. Okay, I will use lucky here because that's between a 2 or less. And if I get the 37, I at least get a luck. Okay, I don't get my fate point back, but I do get to roll again. 21. All right, I pass.
Right. Gain speed. That's good.
Okay.
The debris field from the crunching is 1 extra meter and much more lethal.
Okay.
There is a heavy need to eat that moon. Alright. Last moon up ahead's on a platform.
Okay.
First flat slate platform that you've seen. Sitting in the middle.
Okay.
Rocks are breaking up. Big rocks are flying by. Little gravity wells are starting to pop up. So I'm going to have you roll 3 awareness, 3 acrobatics, and 3 luck.
All right, so here are my awareness tests. First one, second
Good.
one,
Nope.
third one.
Yep.
Okay. Here are my acrobatics.
Roll your awareness, keen intuition first.
Yeah, for the 81. You're right. And okay, I can work with that a little bit. So first question, is this 56 going to affect my acrobatics and my lucks, or should I just? Because I'm just trying to figure out which ones I should re-roll and which ones I should.
The awareness will help you get out of the way of one of the rocks that comes flying in.
Okay. All right. I will use lucky on the awareness because it is within.
Okay.
It's probable, as in a. What's the difference between there? That's 7 plus 6, which is 13% chance of failing. So 38 is a pass. I don't get my fate point back, but I see all the rocks, so I don't get hit.
How many fate points you got left?
I have 5 fate points I have left that I can burn, but I don't have any more fate points to use.
Okay, cool. Okay. I'll have you roll the delicious acrobatics to see how fast you're going.
Yes. Here is the first one. Fail. Here is the second one. 66 fail. Here's the third one. 59. So I'm not going very fast. It's not 3, 2, 1, and it's not not bad acrobatics, but I feel like I'm not going to be able to get there in time unless I do some shenanigans.
It will not. You don't need to re-roll them as a necessity for life. It does, unfortunately, not speed you up though.
Right. So the darkness is still on my ass right now.
It's 3 steps away.
3
Actually,
steps
no,
away.
4 because of you passed another one. All right. The luck tests.
Okay. I can't roll lucky, but I'm going to roll 3d100.
Y'all are in a game?
Well, we're just doing the pickup stuff for because they missed Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I'll leave
look
you to
at
it then.
that!
Oh yeah!
All right, you make it to the platform.
And then I combine all 10 together as I slam 4 into that last one and the 5 into that one, and make one big 10 one, and I hug it together, and I'm
Look
like
up into the sky, making a full moon. So far up there, though, and it shines its beautiful light down on you, and the pop-up will show you have completed the 10 moons. You gain the 4 mysterious abilities. You will be able to gain one of your choice. A unique. You can gain a bone coin reservoir or a boon reservoir.
Right.
In addition to the already existing reservoir for fate points.
So I'm guessing because I fumbled, I don't get my perfect. I don't get the bow.
Oh, we're not overdone. We're not done yet.
Oh, okay.
You just get the reward for getting the 10 out of 10 immediately. Quest is not done.
Okay. I would like a. I'll take the bone coin reservoir.
Okay. The bone coin reservoir will have a set of 1.
Yeah, I figured. Maybe boons I would get a few more since it's different, but
Nope, it'd be 1.
It'd be 1 too.
For every fate point you burned here gets you another to that reservoir.
Interesting.
Any more fate points you burn here is added to that reservoir.
So I have 2 bone coins.
With a base of 1.
With the base, so yeah, 2 total.
Hmm?
Okay.
Okay, that is full.
Yes, so 2 out of 2.
In this case, the pop-up just you haven't completed the last one.
I figured as much.
There are no more asteroids. It's just you and the platform and the encroaching darkness, the encirclement. The dark starts to creep inwards. It's just you, the moon up above, and the light that shines down from it.
Yes. All right. So I'm thinking to myself.
So this is a 10-step encroachment. So you get to try. You have 10 turns to do something. You're not sure what you're supposed to do. But you've completed the mission. You got your extra bonus.
Right. So what I'm going to do is I am going to jump off the platform and I'm going to try and touch the moon. That's my first thing.
Okay, you jump up.
As I'm jumping and trying to get to the moon, I am going to try to look around the moon. And I'm going to, if I need to, go around the whole moon. And
no, it's not reachable.
Oh, it's
you
not
jump
reachable.
up and you jump up and it's just it's so fucking far out there.
So far away. All right.
It's actually, it looks like it's right there, but it might as well be the distance from the moon to Aetherwary, where you're standing.
Okay.
Okay. Some of these will have to be information gathering. That's one good information gathering. And remember, you still have a half action.
Yes, because of the moon.
Addition to each turn.
Yeah.
So that's you just still you can make a roll, but jumping up took quite a bit of time because it's the small gravity.
I'd like to use a free action Shiny Science because I have Warp Sense to try and see if there is anything on the moon, like the bow, for example.
Okay.
I'm going to try and reach out and try to synergize with a moon-like element weapon. And I'm going to, try and reach out, see if I can find it. If I need to, I could do a divination spell as well to see if there's any, if it is on the moon. Because I feel like I have this thought is that
divination will take a whole turn.
That's fine.
Go ahead and use your half action Shiny Science.
Yeah.
There's no bow.
There's no
that
bow.
You can feel. There's no bow you can feel. Or sense. But there is a power around, you just can't figure it out. That blackness does not feel good though.
No.
That's like a closing spotlight. All right. Do you want to spend turn 9, doing a divination?
Yes, I will.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
So
That'll take your whole turn to do. It's a complex action.
That's fine. I'm just gonna look at my Mercuria here. Science test to see possible futures, +10 in more detail. Ready? Let's do a science. And I'm going to use one of my my bone coins for this. So here is the it is actually at a 0 since I is 10 for those. And here's the bone. I don't think it gives me a +40. Maybe a 2 would, or no, a 2 would be 80. 3 is 60.
4 is +20.
4 is +20. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So even if I added in my no. Okay. Okay, I failed that. All right.
Turn 8.
I am going to burn one of my fate points, and I want to turn it into a arrow.
Okay. It does not form into an arrow here.
Okay.
But it does disperse into particles around you.
Okay.
And as you kind of do, there are other particles here. And then as it dissipates and comes back into you for a +40 on your next roll, and give you another bone coin, there are moon particles.
Right. Okay.
All around, kind of like dancing motes.
Yeah.
And they get eaten as the blackness encroaches.
So what I'm going to try and do is, if I can, I want to try and control the moon particles around me. And if not, I have a second idea, which is with my thread. I want to, because I can already collect, I can make my thread into moon infused thread. And since this is a full moon out, it would be moon element type. I want to see if I can collect it with thread. If I can't, try to control it. That's my first thought.
Go ahead and roll me your magic stat, and then and also assignations.
Okay, here is the influence with a +30, 88. Nice.
You have a strong roll there.
And here is my science test at a -10 because my enhanced senses for sight, hearing, taste, smell, and touch don't apply to my science. So I am rolling 52.
Okay.
Did you say I get a +40 on my next roll?
Yeah, it was +40 on your next roll, which was the influence.
Okay, yeah.
So
I didn't include that on that one. So
you pull in the. Did you want to bone coin the cinations?
Yes.
All right, roll your 1d.
Okay, a little more chaotic-y. All right. I'm okay with this. I'm okay.
Okay. Those little motes are not insignificant. Little motes of moon. Those are
big. They're like
each little one of those is a divine grade mote,
right, of
moon element power.
Right.
And your +40, you start to pull them in away from the darkness. You know, like, oh, come on, go away, come here.
Yeah. Don't get eaten.
you realize you're pulling them in. It'll take a little bit, but at least you're chasing them away from the darkness. And the moon doesn't spawn more.
Right.
The moon particles were never close to the edge to begin with.
Right.
They were all within probably the second layer. So you haven't lost any yet. But you know if that darkness ever reaches, those motes will never survive that
They
darkness.
won't exist again. Right.
Okay. So you pull them in one turn, but
Right.
the darkness encroaches one turn. So you would need several turns, probably. If you were to just stand right in the dead middle, it would take you 4 more turns to pull them all in to you.
Mhm.
But the darkness would be so close. What do you want to do? We're on 7. No, that was 7. This is 6.
So, the particles that are around me currently, I am going to make a thread, and I'm going to infuse some of these particles into its thread.
Premonition kicks in.
Okay.
It'd be, you would absolutely be able to do this, but it'd be a
Run out of time.
cataclysmic loss of the what you were trying to do. But you could.
My thoughts
But
were,
it would be cataclysmically bad for you because you would be permanently infusing your thread with a divine grade moon blessing.
Oh, I was making this
survive that.
I was making this an external thread. I wasn't making it connected to myself.
This is a metaphorical realm. You're in a trial. You're in a challenge. Putting it into your thread has more meaning.
Right.
This would permanently infuse your thread.
My thought was to make the string of the bow was with the thread, but that's understandable. Okay. So I was trying to think to myself what ways I could get Earendale's bow to me, and I was like, all right, maybe I could create it with these moon particles because that's the divine.
That's not incorrect in thinking. It's just you cannot use any part that is mortal because it's a bow of Earendale.
Right. So
and that's the premonition kicking in. You cannot.
That's information though, which means I need to make the thread, the bow, and everything out of these particles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this influence to pull the particles, even like I'm going to put my all into it, and I'm going to use a bone coin because I got one from burning, and bring in the into the particles to cry and create the bow.
And then give me that 1d10.
Okay. 59. It could be better. 1d10 with a plus 10 on top of that.
Yeah, that's huge. Okay. They come zipping in. You have one mote now. That one really juiced the acceleration of you pulling them in. You have one big mote. And that hunger is like, I'm going to get it. But it's not going faster. It just ticks in one. It's not a bow yet.
Okay. I'm going to use my hands that I have and my 8 legs to try and... I'm not a crafter per se, but I am a weaver. So I'm going to try and form my idea of a bow. And it's not per se always a weapon for a bow. A bow can be many things. It can...
But it's a Earendale's bow.
But a Earendale's bow. I'm using Earendale's motes, or divine motes, because I know these are divine, and if I did that, that would make me divine, which is not good for myself. So I'm trying to...
And it's a titled bow.
Yes.
It's a stick, and it specifically says stigma.
Yes.
Though that's the information you were given.
Right. So it has to be given to me. I can't make it myself. Okay. With this moat in front of Susie will do something that she hasn't really done before besides thoughts. She is going to pray to Idirondale, and she is going to ask, Idirondale, if I may be so bold in this moment, the darkness is encroaching. I wish to be your bearer with this bow to strike the darkness down before it can reach us. And I ask if you can do this for me. I will defeat this darkness one way or another.
The bow will coalesce, but there is a kind of a chuckle. The darkness is not the enemy. It is always there, a companion.
Because it is the side. I'm not going to speak, actually. I'm going to let her speak.
Yeah. It is my other half. But fear not, there are countless other darknesses. May they be your enemy.
The Devourers.
There are other, smaller, but far more potent darknesses that can be found even on the mortal plane. We will handle that which is in the sky and beyond. You will be tasked, if your darkness is the enemy, to identify that evil. You may use my bow and my power to defeat them.
Very well.
But not every darkness is an enemy. This is a test and an extension of trust in addition to power. Identifying and then defeating that darkness will be your greatest challenge. The hunter here is not my enemy. He is my friend.
Now that I know, I apologize for the assumption, but I did not. No. And now I have learned, in which I try to do every day. Thank you.
You are not even a year old. It is up to us, those who came before and those who have lived and experienced, to grant that knowledge to the young. You need not apologize.
Thank you.
There is one more step to complete this. The bow is not complete, nor is the ritual. But I'll leave that to you. Time's ticking, though. And then the voice is gone, and you have a bow in your hand.
I do.
And the encroachment during that has gone down to 3.
So I see 2 options here. One, I need to be able to actually pull the bow. Second, who is my target for this bow? Am I shooting at the darkness? Or am I trying to look for something that isn't something that I can't see? If this bow is for the finds, small things, the ones that are down, that aren't in the sky.
That's when you have the bow and it is yours. It's not fully given yet.
Right.
Think of it as you've been given a braid, not a conflux.
Right.
But once you've completed the ritual of this trial, you will get the full stigma. You're missing an arrow.
I know. I was just thinking to myself, I need to pull in more motes to create the arrow. And then the last part is to fire it, to light up the sky.
There's only you and the moon.
And the darkness.
Shrinking.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So, Oh man, that's tough. Well, I am going to pull in motes again.
There's no more motes to pull.
No more
It's
motes
all
to pull.
formed into the bow. I said you pulled them in all
yes,
at once.
It's true.
Yep.
What I do have is currency.
You don't need to use it here.
I need to do it. All right. So, if that's the case, all right. I can make an arrow, but I'm not going to use currency to do it. I could use my Mercuria that I have. That
It cannot be mortal.
Can't be mortal, right? Because this is
it's a Deerendale's bow.
Yeah, this is a metaphysical kind of concept. So it has to be something that I have, either my will or my influence.
Nope, that's mortal.
That's still mortal. Okay,
You are all mortal. Nothing about you can be used to make an arrow.
Okay. What I will do is I will aim up into the sky.
And there's only the moon up there.
It's true. But I'm going to pull back the string.
Throw me your willpower, please.
Yay.
Okay. Doesn't budge.
Doesn't budge.
You can roll it twice per encroachment.
Okay. Here's my second one. For this one,
You gonna burn?
yes, I'm gonna burn for a plus 20.
30, because of lucky.
Right, and
you get another bone coin.
I'm going to use the bone coin as well for this.
Okay, roll 10.
So here is my willpower.
Oof.
Yep.
Oh, another one, Johnny boy. All right, you get the bow. You get the plus 50 bonus, and you pull, and it knocks an arrow. And the bow will ask you, "What is thine arrow's purpose?" And remember, you're still in the ritual.
I hope that hasn't been muted the whole time. Probably has. Fuck me. My purpose. Okay. My purpose for this arrow, for you, it's a ritual. I can't just say what she wants me to do.
Did I miss you there?
Can you hear me? Matt? Am I muted? Sorry, Matt. I was muted. I muted myself accidentally. I thought I just muted my OBS, but not my thing. I clicked a button. I apologize. Mm-hmm. What I was just thinking to myself is that, and I'm sorry that I was silent there for a bit because I was talking. I was thinking, I know what the purpose of this bow is to do, because Durandale said it to me literally. And I could say that to the bow, but I don't know if that's part of the ritual of
No, it
doing the
asks
bow.
you not what the bow's purpose is.
But what is the
thine
arrows?
arrow's purpose?
To defeat the enemies that Dirndale has instructed me to do.
The arrow disappears, and the tension is lost.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay. Birch minute 2.
We shall roll the willpower.
You pull the
Okay.
arrow, then another knock. An arrow formulates out of moonlight. What is thine arrow's purpose?
Strike true.
To strike true. And the arrow solidifies. What do you do?
Release.
And you
I
shoot the
pull
moon.
back.
And you are sucked up into the moonlight. And you are home.
My pop up right where I was before, or where am I this time?
Where you left.
Okay. Do I have Dirndale's bow with me?
Yes. You have been given the stigma Dirndale's bow.
Okay.
Depending, it requires a willpower test to pull.
Of course, I expect as much.
And Dirndale's bow must be drawn under moonlight.
Makes sense.
Even if it must be true moonlight.
Right.
If you have moonstones, you can sacrifice a moonstone
For a shot, pretty much.
of treasure grade or higher.
Right.
To fire it. You get 1 arrow.
Okay.
If it is a larger sized, you can pull it more than 1 time. So
right. And this is only when it's not in the moonlight. I can use these for sacrificial. Okay.
You'll have to upgrade your moon powers and your moon element because it needs to be more than half full, the moon.
Right. It needs, okay. Otherwise, right.
Otherwise, it's not enough power to draw it.
Fair enough.
Each time you pull it, it will ask you, what is thine arrow's purpose? And if it is not a good enough purpose, you do not get to fire the bow.
That's fair.
To strike true is to complete the ritual. But that is not a wrong answer. But
sometimes
the bow is going to be aware of who you're aiming at and what your intent is.
Right.
So, the bow does not have stats.
Okay.
Nor does it have limitations on what it can and can't do.
Since this is a stigma, if I wear the tiara, does this improve the bow?
Yes, it does.
Excellent. Cool.
But you need to be an apostle.
Yes,
You're not an
which
apostle.
I'm not an apostle. I just wanted to double check on that.
It would greatly enhance the bow.
Yes. Okay.
But yes, the bow does not require storage. If it's not in the moonlight, it just disappears. And you can summon it at will for a free action. Summoning it does not mean you've knocked it. That's the big deal.
Yes, it means I have to actually do a action economy strike to pull it back and fire. But it just means I don't have to use all of it for getting the bow out. Okay. Okay. Does this bow exist in my dimensional storage, or is it more of just like it materializes when I ask?
Yes, it materializes when you ask.
Okay.
Under enough moonlight or moon element.
Yes. Last question. Did we go over the 4 question mark thing?
That was you getting a bone coin pull.
Oh, right. Sorry. I'm back to my. I'm back. I was just like, did I even? Okay, no, we're good. Excellent. So I do believe I had 6 before, 6 fate points. I burnt 3 of them, so I have a 4-point pool of bone coins right now.
Yes.
Nice. Alley girl, Would you like to come sit down here in my chair and be Mothman?
See.
It's the angle. Oh, so you'd rather be laying down when you do this?
Yeah.
Okay. We will go to the hot tub. We will go soon, but I want you to have some fun because I collected the moons. I know you will. So, did 3 hours pass and I was
Yep.
just in a meditative stance, or
No, you literally disappeared in a plume of moonlight, and you shot up through the top of the ceiling of the
Right.
dungeon into the sky, into as you dissipated into particles of moon element.
And poor Indrid is just looking. It's like, where'd you go?
Indrid drugs.
Do you tell anyone?
No.
You're just like, this is another, just Susie stuff.
Just Susie stuff. I've seen weird shit. It's
Yeah.
fine.
It was kind of a moment of, where'd she go?
Yeah, there's just like a moment I was just like startled, like.
Okay.
I wanted to. I'm probably gonna. I don't know. What about turning my insanity into a domain?
You might need to get aura first for that.
What do you mean by that?
I want it to turn the insanity points into threads and weave them into a cocoon. That would be my domain. Maybe just starting out in the dream realm and then branching out into reality as I make it more powerful.
You want to use your insanity to help you form your sanctuary in the dream realm?
Well, I want it to be I want it to be more than a sanctuary.
Okay. So what does it mean when you tell me domain? What do you envision or visualize when you are wanting to, say domain? Because that can be a lot of different things.
I want
what do you see?
Sort of nightmare realm where I'm the big boss.
So
okay.
I want it to be like a dream, my own dream, but it's spooky because I'm spooky. It'll be a dream.
Is this always on, or is it something you must invoke?
I'd like to believe it exists within the dream realm, and maybe, like, after I power it up some more, I can invoke it into the real world.
Okay. Alright. We can do that.
How do you want to build this? You want to build it with the complex?
Then building it in the dream realm is not something you can do with a conflex. Making it a domain, conflexing your sanctuary, and it would allow it to manifest it temporarily. So you need to construct it first. If you're going to do this method, which is not bad. It just means there's a lot more steps, but sometimes it's far more powerful because of it.
Yeah, I'm good with steps. We can do steps.
So you got to weave your cocoon. You just need the right material.
So am I in the dream world now?
You need to go to sleep if you want to go to the dream world. You got to go take a nap.
Okay. I was thinking of getting some strength training in and some weapon skill training in, and then go taking a nap.
Okay. You can talk to some people in the dungeon. You do know there is a beholder now, Zathajek, the Void Eye, who is extremely knowledgeable about way too many topics. You do need to pay for his services that you found out.
What do I need to pay?
He only accepts evolutionary materials.
Man, I can't even find my own evolutionary materials.
They would be things given from the dungeon vault. You would have to go to Eatsley. He would let you in. You'd go grab the thing out of the vault. You would then trade it to him for information.
Yeah. Why'd we make Eatsley the hall monitor? What was?
Well,
what was this?
he's the financial manager of the.
He's the hall monitor. Don't lie to me.
Okay.
I don't suppose he'll accept fantasy fentanyl.
No.
No.
He is an all-powerful, reincarnated, resurrected beholder, but he got resurrected at level 1. So he hasn't even done his first evolution yet. So he's significantly weaker than all of you.
Oh.
That's why he only takes evolutionary materials.
Okay, well, I'll go digging around in the vault. I'm sure Eatsley will let me in, maybe. If he doesn't hate me too much.
Well,
Might.
you're one of the first generation. All the first generation, or the firstborn of the menagerie, are allowed in the vault.
Okay.
You do need to fill out a log if you take anything.
Okay, I'll do that.
Well, what are you looking for?
So he's an eyeball?
Well, a beholder is a giant floating eyeball with multiple eyeballs on, stalks that come out.
I will find
can
him a
actually
monocle. Can I find him
Well,
a monocle? We had
you
one,
have
but
normal
we were
monocles,
using
but
it.
there's nothing magical or special about those monocles, other than the one that Phil has.
Eatsley has a monocle that makes him into a different person, pretty much.
Yeah, we don't want to use those. Those are important. Do you think you can move the thing behind me so that I can lean this chair back?
Sure. I'm gonna go mute for a sec. Here we go.
So, no magical monocles. Menagerie loot. Here's something.
Still need to go over a lot of that with Eatsley to get a full, really sophisticated list, which we'll probably do sometime tonight. But for now,
I was given this spyglass at one point, I remember. Yeah, why don't I see if he'll take this spyglass? I'm not using it for anything. And I've already been given it, so I shouldn't have to log it out.
Easley has said if you give the dude anything, you do need to basically let him know what you've given him.
We're doing this so the guy doesn't become more powerful that we can't do anything against him and get fucked.
Oh. Well, okay, I'll log it then. Because the hall monitor says so.
Yeah. You gotta move your character. Because
Where
gotta
is he?
go next. He's just outside of the pit of philosophy.
Here?
Yeah. No, look at you. A Mothman. So scary. What do I owe the pleasure of your presence?
Questions.
Oh. I have some answers. Maybe.
I'm drawing a blank on what I'm questioning him about. It is, I'm questioning him about domains?
Or something of the like. You were gonna ask him about dream stuff, you think? Maybe.
Maybe?
I actually wasn't entirely sure what you wanted to ask him.
I'm not entirely sure either. Maybe it's too early to ask him anything.
Matt gave you like an option that you could just go talk to him and you ran with it.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Hmm.
I know a lot of
Maybe
things.
Maybe I'll come back later.
So you're just gonna come by, want to ask a question, and then leave?
I mean, I have to introduce myself to the new neighbor. Should I have brought a cake?
I don't like cake. Too sugary.
Oh, I'll bring a sandwich next time then.
Evolutionary materials.
Oh,
Yes,
Okay.
that would be a wonderful gift to meet your new neighbor, yes.
cool. Catch you on the flip side.
There's an actually interesting connotation behind that statement, but I'll let you use it erroneously. It's rather amusing.
Okay.
Well, I'll be floating around, minding my own business, behaving.
Have fun.
I guess if you need your questions answered, you know where to find me.
Yes.
And once the big oaf is done with my floor, I'll be on the 3rd floor.
A whole floor. Lucky.
Yes, I can't have you children touching my things and my experiments.
Sounds dangerous.
It is to children who have no idea what they're doing, but yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Bye.
you were... oh. You already left. Great. Now I'm just talking to myself in the hallway!
Good job, Andrew. Showed him who's boss.
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good like that.
Alright, what else do you want to do? Android.
So I am 1 downtime action away from a point of strength, and 2 downtime actions away from a point of weapon skill. And I figured I might as well just get those out of the way.
Well, you have 8 downtime actions every day.
Yee.
So there you go.
So I'm going to use 3 downtime actions on getting a point in each of those.
Cool. Get her done.
Okay, and then I'm gonna go to bed early so I can work on my mind thing.
Your sanctuary?
Yeah. My spooky sanctuary.
Okay. I see. Alright. Go to bed early. How many downtimes do you want to devote to being to sleeping?
So I think I used one on something. Been so long. I don't remember the start of session. What did we do, John?
You just woke up.
I woke up and then I did something that cost me a downtime action.
And you try to do
Evolve.
a minor?
Oh yeah, I did
You
a
did
minor evolution. That was it.
But what did you do?
Yeah, what'd you get on? What'd you pick?
I got 10 influence.
Oh, yeah. That's what you did. Sure. Congrats.
I did that.
Yeah.
And then I just used 3 more
So 4.
on strength and weapon skill.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm gonna spend 4 on sleeping.
Okay.
Those are some titties.
Alright, you spend 4 on sleeping? Okay. Alright, you appear in your insomnium form.
Ooh.
Whoosh!
Do I show back up in Somni's?
Only if you want to. You were given sanctuary, what is that called? Asylum status. You can seek asylum.
I think I'll hang out nearby in case I need to hop in. But I think I'll try and figure out this.
You do know you want to stay away from Somni's house or be in it. You don't want to be in the periphery because of the nightmare storm that's around it.
It's a big old nightmare, right? I'll go pay her a visit. Why not? I think last time I was there, I was reading a book on sanctuaries. So I'll keep trying to research how I do. I think I was told how she made hers last time.
Yep, you'll pop in. She'll be floating by. Hi! Welcome back.
Hello.
How you doing?
Decent.
But not good?
How are you?
I don't know the words that would exist to describe how I am. I'll find them. I'll find them one day, though.
Yeah,
You can't
you
hide from me
should
forever.
work on being more in tune with your emotions. Helps a lot.
I will try. That's a great idea. And that is that velvety voice from behind the deep within the library. Dear, you could just make up the words. You know what? You're right.
Having words helps.
I feel ziggly. With a Z.
Ziggly.
Ziggly. Kind of
Ziggly.
here, neither there, nor over there, but sometimes ish. Yonder.
I
Ziggly.
will use this word. Thank you for expanding my vocabulary.
No problem. What can I help you with? You feeling spoopy today?
I'm always spoopy.
There's a snigger. If you say so, darling. Carpenter, don't be mean.
Spoopy.
Just because she's not made a nightmare, thank goodness, doesn't mean she can't be scary where, on the reality plane, okay?
Can be spoopy and can be friends.
Yeah, as long as you play nice. Yeah. So, yeah, welcome back. Whee!
Still trying to build a sanctuary.
Oh! Here you go. And she'll slam a big tome. This is all I know about how building a sanctuary.
Oh. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. I got this information from the Dreaming City.
Is it a fun city?
Nope.
No.
It's a bad place. But sometimes you gotta travel there.
Is it scary?
Well, you're a creature, you're a would you consider yourself a predator? Like a predator creature?
Yes.
Okay. And your mode of predation is fear, right?
Yes.
Well, if you go there, you'll understand what real fear is.
Mm.
And you may never want to look at it again. And it may change who you are because you'll just never be that scary, ever. Unless you become part of the Dreaming City, and then you can join the ranks and actually be a real entity of fear, terror, and horror, dread, despair. But you'll never leave because you'll be a character, like in a book.
Indrid is... Oh. Insomnium is... his own flavor of fear.
What flavor is that? Is it like cotton candy? I love cotton candy.
It's kind of like... cherry.
Whoa. Tart, sweet, juicy. But there's that pit in the middle, and you can't just take it in one bite because you'll hurt your teeth.
The pit of fear.
The pit of fear! And she'll start chanting pit of fear with you until you stop.
Pit of fear.
Fear! Pit of fear! Pit of fear! And Carpenter's just you can't see this individual, but they almost feel them hang their head in their hands like, So how are we gonna do this pit of fear thing? What is this? How are you gonna do it?
I'm gonna grow it. Like a cherry.
Okay. Book! She'll run over, throw a bunch of stuff out of the way, which starts to just float in the air aimlessly. And she'll bring you over a little book. Here you go.
So, last time you were saying we were supposed to have some kind of trade agreement. Is she giving me these books?
You gotta, it's like, you read it here, take it away.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
you can also...
You've already promised her fiction.
Okay.
You'd bring them by eventually. Because you've
Okay.
told her that you're under house arrest at the moment, and you can't leave to get them.
Susie reminded me to get fiction.
If you
Yeah,
send that
so
message,
basically any
I
book
will-
she hands you, you just need to bring her something to read.
Okay. That's fair.
This one's called The Red Path. This is what I use to turn air into sticks.
Ah. Dangerous.
Carpenter's like,
Pointy.
yes, and you almost killed an entire block of people by accident. I was learning.
Learning is important.
It was an oopsies. And then I turned all the sticks into water because I was like, oh no, sticks for air? That's not good. And then many other people drowned instead. And then it turned into, no, never mind. It was bad.
Interesting. You are a powerful person.
Yeah, I was actually. The administrator of my sector actually had to rewrite how my abilities work because I was too powerful.
Oh. Interesting.
I basically got a slap on the wrist and said, stop that. I was like, I can't. And they're like, you know what, that's fair. So they just, yeah. And then
you
I
spooked
still
them,
broke the game.
right?
Well, then
Okay.
I just redid it, and then I was still too strong. And then
Yeah.
they almost came back, but then I was like, shh, they can't find me in the dream. And they did.
Oh.
And then when I went back, my world was eaten. I was like, oh, sad.
I'm running out of noises.
Read the book.
I'm gonna read the book.
I need a minus 80 intelligence test
Oh, nice.
for the Red Path book. The Sanctuary book, you just basic read. It just takes.
So I'm definitely well. Oh yeah, minuses are good for me in the dream world, aren't they? That was a thing.
Yeah, sorry,
Everything was
plus
backwards?
80.
Plus 80. Okay.
Go at 100.
I shouldn't have said anything.
I'm believing in you.
I should have rolled and then said something.
It depends. You won't read it all in one go. This is for each part of the book. There are 10 sections of the Red Path, and each of them get a more and more difficult roll to learn it.
Well, it's minus, that's the other way around, so I'm having a hard time.
Yeah. Yeah, too much success.
You want to use fate point?
Sure.
Actually, I don't think you can fail.
No, I don't think I can.
Yeah, there's too much. There's yeah.
You're
He's
also
like,
rolling
oh,
You're rolling off
you should-
Mothman.
Oh, I am rolling off Mothman. I forgot that I had another character sheet.
Yeah, it's on him. I was like, you can't.
That
Try again.
makes more sense. Yeah. Should do better this time.
Oh my gosh, you pass. So you get 1 of 10 progress towards the Red Path. And the Red Path, it's an interdimensional magic. It doesn't use Aether to cast stuff, but it can manipulate anything in its environment. It's like demon magic. Because it doesn't run off your world's rules.
Okay, so the Red Path,
1 of 10 progress.
Huh?
1 of
1
10
of 10.
progress.
Okay.
He's like, whoa, you understood the bit of that. Well, when you get to the harder sections, you might want to brush up on the primers, the basics of all magic. And she pats a giant stack of huge, massive textbook tomes. You're probably looking at about 10,000 pages of reading. I had to learn all of this before I even touched that book.
This might take a while.
Well, all I have is time in the dream. Whee! Well, at least you have a home to go back to.
Would you like to come to my home sometime?
You'd have to get your administrator's permission.
You can't turn the air into sticks.
I'm not going to. There's a range on how much I can do that. I'm not gonna do that on purpose, but you definitely do have to get your local administrator's permission to let me in.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'm gonna have to fight them.
Oh.
I don't want to do that. That's bad because I might win, and you don't want that.
No.
They're really powerful, but I have magic that doesn't obey your world's rules.
Yeah, I'd rather you do not fight.
But I'm okay being in here until I find a home.
Okay.
So, no rush.
No rush.
Yeah, I do know that the path books, there are several colors. Those books, unfortunately, they don't really coalesce into anything important or usable until you read the whole book. I think they do that on purpose so you don't hurt yourself or others around you in the learning process.
That's fair.
I think I need to stop talking in the Mothman voice.
It's very enjoyable either way. Yeah.
I've reached my Mothman voice limit. So I've read the Red Path book. Well, 1 out of 10 on it.
Yep.
But that's not really what I came here for. I came here for the Sanctuary book.
Yep. You got it right there.
I'm gonna read some more on that.
No. There are 100 DTA you can invest into the Sanctuary book. To get something, you don't need that much. Each stage is 20. So there's 20 different pieces of really powerful information you can pick up. But to build your Sanctuary, you only need the first 20.
Okay. So I can invest how many this time?
So you went to bed for 4 hours, so in the dream world, you get 1 roll per hour instead of 1 roll per DTA. So you get 12 rolls. Or in this case, 12 progress.
Okay.
Oh, I'm not gonna. No, it's 16. Yeah. 3 times 4. Yeah, so 12. Yeah.
What am I rolling?
Don't worry about it. That one's without a negative. So.
Put in your downtime actions.
Your int is at 0, so you shouldn't be. You shouldn't be able to fail. Yeah, you shouldn't be able to fail.
So I'm gonna put 12 downtime actions into the Sanctuary book?
Yes.
Okay. Did I spell that right? I'm impressed.
But you should put how much it actually is, though, too.
What?
So 12 out of 20 for the first stage, but there's, multiple stages, right?
Can do up to 100. that make you happy?
Mhm.
Okay.
All right. Do you wake up after your 4, or do you keep sleeping?
I'll wake up. Go scare some geckos for a snack.
They're a lot more fierce than the last time you saw them. But they still scare easily.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm sure I'm still able to scare them.
It's always fun to scare them.
Excellent.
Alright, you guys got 2 weeks worth of stuff to do.
Still?
Yeah, they went about 2 weeks worth, but
I think, Allie, we should write down what we want to do.
Would be good, yes.
Send it out.
Yeah,
And then we can have it ready for Matt for Sunday.
that sounds good.
I'm gonna tell Matt what we're gonna go do here in a sec.
Is I want to go hot tub.
Okay, go hot tub. We'll pick it up another time.
Thank you for the session, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Underrated.
Well, we can work on it together.
Guess I meant Sunday.
Mhm. Yeah.
But let's go hot tub.
Okay. All right. I will talk to you soon, Matthew.
Thank you for the
Mhm.
fun
Yep,
and
yep.
the fear.
Fear!
Yeah.
Bye-bye.